where coaching plays such a big factor.
Yeah, she's in doubt with this pair ball.
2-5, changing balls. Obviously, try to cover both pins. And successful this time.
She missed the same spare the last in game 2 at the end to give Moorhead and basically hand them that game.
Moorhead's coaches Larry Wilson and Mike Ramakos.
Joy Esterson's really held this team together a little bit today. She's been the anchor all day long in their match against Florida State that got them here today. But she struggled like most of them. Although in game 3, she did throw the shot she needed for the win, high flush, and knew it as soon as she threw it.
It's very interesting to watch these teams and watch how, I mean, it's so hard to hold it together when things aren't going your way, and watch how they try to build each other up and get everyone back on track.
And that would be the difference between the best teams and some of the other teams in this, is when the wheels start to wobble, can you put the lug nut back on, or does the wheel fall all the way off?
Now, Wichita State, they told me they're such good friends. As you see, they trail by 17 off the lanes. They do a lot of things together off the lanes, nothing to do with bowling. Moorhead State said they're friends, but didn't really do the social type thing as much as
Wow, how good is that shot? Really, there hasn't been 5 shots on that one probably all day. Hit the pocket, and that is just high flush in the spot, and they really, really needed something to spark them.
Well, Anita Mann's freshman has done her job.
Just like that.
Another strike for her, 5 strikes out of 8. And Marissa Lamb, leadoff bowler from Moorhead State.
She missed the head pin right. Not in last shot, she was Brooklyn. Let's see what she does with this one.
Brooklyn again.
And you can almost see that look on her face. She was relieved that she didn't leave anything that she couldn't make.
Come on, baby. And I can't, you know what, I want to say how difficult it is to just get 2 shots in your match. Because, you know, the rule, I mean, I always went by the rule, hey, line up in 2 frames on each lane and then score the rest. You don't get that.
It really is brutal, and as a leadoff bowler, you have even less, because basically your first shot is just a lineup shot for the team. So really, she has done her job. And she's got some right to be relieved, because there's not much room out there. And she went 9 spare, 9 spare. And it all looks the same on the board, regardless of where they went.
Okay, Jody Riddell. They trail by 16. She had a split at 2-4-8-10 in the second frame.
She is the emotional leader of this team. She strikes here. It's big.
That's big. That's real big. What a tremendous shot.
How about those eyes?
Don't give me in her way.
Are you scared of her as I am?
Yes, I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, thanks.
You talk to her first.
Wichita has really kept themselves in a game that they could be very far out of already. 3-9-10, the 2-5, which is no easy spare, and now a double. They're 6 pins behind, and they actually could be 30. And this shot, big trouble.
Andrea, and you know, a little bit of, you know, how much is it all emotion, or is there any gamesmanship that goes on out there? I mean, can they psych out the other team a bit?
They probably could, but I don't think that's either one of these teams' game.
It's not what they're doing. They're just reacting.
That is really, Jody and Katie, they both just do this.
It's their natural demeanor on the lanes.
Andrea Lasking threw a fantastic shot, and it's hard to believe that, you know, she came back from that and had one like this. I think it's the emotion of the Wichita State team that caused some of this shot. That's trouble. My.
That'll hurt.
A huge, huge turn of events.
Big double for Wichita. Bad count and an open frame for Moorhead State.
What do I need to do? Stay the same?
Yeah.
Lee has now turned around.
They went from 6 down to 11 up, and they go to 21 up on the strike. She's making an adjustment. She's talked with Mark Lewis.
Oh, wow. Boy, my emotions were all over the place. I can't imagine how they're regrouping and high, low, high, low.
I really think she thought that was a good shot. It looked like she moved left, and she was trying to freeze it in there, and it was about where she wanted it.
try to take 2. And again,
That's either,
taking the 2 or...
that's either a close miss or a real close to missing a pin of 2 pins and count.
So now Moorhead back in the lead by 4 pins.
What an unbelievable topsy-turvy match. Moorhead's been up by 16, and basically one shot they go from 16. Wichita State throws a double. They open, they go down by 11. Now sitting on the bench, they're back up by 4.
You got me. You're going to pick me up?
You gonna
carry
pick
me?
me up?
You've done it. Come on. You're good at that.
And it is great to have a team behind you. Stacy Bokina.
This is left all the way.
And she'll say, thank you very much. I don't care. Huge break. But you know what? She hit the head pin.
Very often in these national championship matches, there will be a key Brooklyn that turns into a double that will key the winning team to a national title. That very well could be the start of...
That could be the start of something big.
This is a pretty good shot. Wow.
Okay, Sarah Vargas is not wrong.
Right. For a girl who's been, and she's been all over the map this match too. She started out real well. She got really shaky in the middle, and had to have her team huddle around her. They just put it all on top of her with an open right in front of her. He thought, well, there's no way she can handle that much pressure now. And she steps up and throws a high flush on the tough lane.
2000 Bowler of the Year here. Bowling Writers Bowler of the Year.
She seems to be handling emotions better than her teammates right now. That's pretty good.
That's a good. Oh.
It's softer than I thought it was. It really picked up about 3 feet too early in the lane.
Looked like it was going to hold pocket, but didn't.
We watch her X's rotation. As much as she gets around the ball, once it starts, it really makes a move.
So Wichita State will be able to shut out Moorhead State.
Holy cow.
Covers up the spare, so Moorhead State still in the lead by 4 through 9, but Wichita has a strike up. So it's all up to Crystal Scott here. She needs 2 strikes and a good count to win the 2002 Intercollegiate Bowling Championships.
She's our U.S. representative of the AMF World Cup. She's been here before. You can see it in her eyes. She doesn't look scared to be here.
That's why she's anchoring. Oh, going high. Pins coming across. 3-6.
All right, Crystal.
Well, that leaves the situation is this. They're down 4 pins based on her sparing and throwing a strike. But we've seen just about everything so far. No pin count is safe. Making the spare and striking could still be very, very key in this match.
That away. Nice shot. That away.
Spares it up.
Spare.
Definitely will need to fill this up. Stay within those 4 pins.
Stay the same. We'll go back in here. All right. One time. Good shot.
This shot is really important. 8-8 is not out of the question.
Right, and Joy Esterson will be anchoring. She had 8 on her last count, last shot.
Nice shot. Hit the...
It's a good ball.
Very nice shot. Final score of 174 for Wichita, and all they can do now is sit and wait.
The situation is this. Moorhead needs to fill 15 pins to tie, 16 to win. And it depends on your makeup right here, Jan. I mean, either you're the type of person who your knees are knocking, you are terrified about being up here with 5 people counting on you, or you've been dreaming about this moment your whole life and can't wait to get up here and throw a shot to win a national title.
Okay. Crystal Scott obviously upset she was able to strike. Joy,
Good shot.
come on.
You have to be careful here. Unbelievably bad break.
There it is.
And now, after throwing such a good shot, she has to settle herself down. Her heartbeat has got to be going about 140 beats a minute. And she's got to make a quality shot and make the 7th in. For the national title.
Oh my, and she covers it.
6 to tie, 7 to win.
7 pins she still needs. And this is a hard shot still.
This absolutely is.
It's hard.
The coach is talking to her right now. He's letting her know the situation so she knows what's going on. Her heartbeat's still racing. At this point, the one thing you have to guard against is Thorny to the right. And that's not right.
Down the middle, hit the head pin, and
Absolutely.
she does it. Moorhead State 2018 Intercollegiate Bowling Champion. Elation will be back with a presentation of their awards. Don't go away.
Bye.
Look at the time. Hey!
Last year, 56 million people made time for bowling. Join the American Bowling Congress today. It's time to bowl. All.
Long ago, when the gift of fire came to Earth, the first keepers of the flame emerged. They were the ones who nurtured it and preserved it. In time, they learned the pleasures of the open flame. And they passed this learning along across the bridge of years. And so fire came into our modern times, and a new keeper of the flame emerged, one who's brought all of man's skills to bear, making it easier than ever before to grill over an open flame, so the tradition could continue, at least for another 10,000 years. Charcoal, keepers of the flame.
Tonight, the battle for the Eastern Conference title begins. The Maple Leafs have relied on Cujo and sheer determination throughout the playoffs. Now they stand in the path of the Hurricane. Maple Leafs Hurricanes, 7 p.m. tonight on ESPN. Today at 6 on SportsCenter.
His recent comments call Mike Tyson's sanity into question.
I wish one of your guys had children if I could kick them in their head or stomp on their testicles.
Plus, the Reds without Junior are doing just fine. Why is that? 6 Eastern on SportsCenter.
Final score of that final match, 178 to 174, giving the Moorhead State Eagles the championship of the IBC for 2002. And Chris Barnes is on hand, standing by with Joy Esterson.
Joy, that last shot, you had one shot to win a national title. What was going through your mind?
I just wanted to keep it clean, make a good shot and keep it clean. That's all I wanted.
Well, you did a fantastic job of that. Probably should have struck a stone 7. You managed to regroup and make the spare for the title. Congratulations.
Well, she keeps it clean, and that closes out the Women's IBC Championship. We're ready now for the men's final between Western Illinois, who's won 2 of the past 3 years here, and Purdue, a virtual unknown. Chris, how do they match up?
Well, Western Illinois is the prototype of the new powerhouse in collegiate bowling. They've won 2 of the last 3 years. They're back in their 3rd title match in these 4 years, and they rely heavily on the all-everything Derek Sapp. On paper, it looks like it shouldn't be that much of a match, but don't be so sure. Purdue is not that much of a known quantity, but in the last half of the year, they've really come into their own. They beat Western Illinois in the ACUI Regionals on Western Illinois' home center, and then ran away with the sectional. They might be a force to be reckoned with today. We'll have to see.
Well, the women went down to 4 matches. We'll see what the men will do. They'll need to win 2 out of 3 again. As we go to break, we're going to bring you the 13 through 16 finishers for the men. Stay with us.
Striking nice, baby! Click, boom!
What does WIBC mean to bowling? To 1.5 million members, sanctioned league bowling and tournaments are better because of WIBC. 85 years ago, we gave women the chance to compete. Today, we still provide the programs and services that benefit casual bowlers and the game's greatest athletes. The Women's International Bowling Congress, striving together to identify and fulfill the needs of women bowlers.
Thank you. Now for my 3 cheese enchiladas. Mozzarella, cheddar, Monterey Jack. Oh, let's take a look. Hey, where are the King's enchiladas? Where are the King's enchiladas?
Oh.
Aha!
Man, busted by the king.
Come back here! Come back here!
I hate live TV.
Ah, the power of cheese.
What's wrong, Jim?
I think I've grown a second evil head.
Oh, sorry. What if we go get a refreshing Mike's Hard Iced Tea? Would that help?
I didn't know Mike's made a hard iced tea.
A hard day calls for a hard iced tea. Make it Mike's.
Hi, I'm Jeff Kent, and I'm here to talk about ESPN the magazine. You know, when they first asked me to do this, I was pretty excited. They could have had just about any athlete. So to choose me is really something. It's humbling to be able to give something back. So all you young players out there, listen up. ESPN the magazine is only $1 an issue. They'll even throw in a free fleece.
That's right, Jeff. When you call 1-800-504-6644, you'll get 26 issues for just $1 an issue. So call 1-800-504-6644.
Thanks for listening to me.
1, 2, 3. What time is it? Game time. Move. 1, 2, 3. Pancake.
Purdue started the match with a double by Scott Savage and Mike Tripp. In the 6th, 7th, and 8th for Western Illinois, Clay Herbach, Nathan Nimerick,
Come on, man.
and Rodney English all struck to win match 1.
One shot, Rob. Come on. Yeah, baby. That's you. Come on.
Match 2 was a different story. The Leathernecks started off with 3 opens. While the Boilermakers struck in 4 of the first 5 frames.
Come on, Andy.
Purdue is the easy winner for the tie and will return with the championship match after a look and a listen to the teams finishing 5th through 8th.
Go State! What do we need? Do some fire down her. What? Come kill them out there. 1, 2, 3, cut! We love Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo. In Canada. Go good!
Question. How much fun do you have when the lights go out? The lights are off and bowling is glowing. It's cosmic bowling, and you've never had this much fun in the dark. So lighten up. Try glow-in-the-dark cosmic bowling.
It's more than just movies. It's an inside look at sports' greatest films. From the stars that made them classics, actor Kelly Reno gets personal about the Black Stallion.
As a little kid 11 years old, it was pretty frightening at times.
It will be the greatest sensation in racing history.
I look back and I think to myself, that's something I can be proud of.
The Black Stallion, 9 p.m. Sunday, only on ESPN Classic. To get real, call 1-800-CLASSIC today.
Time Warner Cable delivers more NASCAR coverage than ever before. With Time Warner, you won't miss a single race this season. Catch the entire Winston Cup and Busch Series on TNT, Fox, NBC, and FX. Craftsman truck fans can enjoy the entire race schedule on ESPN and ESPN2. This year's Speed Channel gears up for all the pre- and post-race coverage. And cross the finish line with Roadrunner High-Speed Online for stats and standings of America's #1 motorsport. Time Warner Cable has the networks you want for complete NASCAR coverage all season long.
Welcome back to DIY, the Do-It-Yourself Network. We're ready to install a new window pane. To get a watertight seal, this next step is crucial. Apply a sealant there.
Sorry, Mr. Keeper.
And you're all set.
Miss a step on TV? Don't worry. DIY, the new Do-It-Yourself Network, is always there for you online. Thousands of projects, detailed instructions.
DIY, now available on digital cable from Time Warner.
Championship match time between Western Illinois and Purdue. Yes, we're one apiece. The right lane seems to be the lane that you can win on. Western Illinois losing that last match, 155 to Purdue's 224. Here is the starting lineup for Purdue. Scott Savage, Mike Tripp, Scott Tucker, Andy Dole, and Ed Smaglet. Purdue starting this match on the left lane. And Chris, what are they going to do?
It's definitely going to be tough for the two. At this point, there's no spot for the head pin that they're going to get back from it. Scott has had it figured out from the very beginning. He's 3 for 3 in that lane, and he's the only one that's made any kind of damage, done any damage on that lane. If there's somehow he can communicate to his team how to replicate what he's doing, they have a chance.
Yeah, they should be able to do that. Western Illinois' lineup: Clay Herbach, Nathan Nimrick, Rodney English, Shane Keefelder, and Derek Stapp, and not a good pitch out there.
An early pitch out.
Yeah, I'd say they should be able to communicate, but as a team that bowls together all the time, Chris, you learn how your game compares to the other team members, and how you can adjust according to them.
Absolutely, and they do have a lot of different styles on the team, so it would be hard for all 5 of them, but if they can get 3 of them together, the scores are not real big. They'll have a chance to win if they get three striking at the same time. Once again, the 1-2-7, and the only time that's an easy spare is when you can't leave it.
But they made it look easy, and Chris, we're talking about communication here. When you bowled in college, did your teams communicate a lot?
Oh, absolutely. That's a hallmark of the Wichita State programs, is lots of talking to the point of slow bowling almost, but we always communicated very well, and it was absolutely a strength of what we produced year after year.
Mike Tripp looking for the early double. That was close.
That was very close. And it looks like they got a chance to put a 1-2 punch together on that lane now.
Both of these teams undefeated. Purdue's road getting here. There's the teams they defeated: San Jose State, Morehead State, Washington State, and St. John's in the finals to get here.
And they bowled a fantastic match with St. John's. Came down to Game 7. They both had 182 left, and Michael Fagan, the star for the St. John's team, needed the second hit in the 10th and left a rip 7. An unbelievably bad break.
Yeah, I made a tremendous shot. I saw that final. Nathan stepping up now in the second frame. And they're back on the lane. They shot 199 on this lane in Game 1. Western Illinois did.
Brooklyn. We talked about it before, that many times that Brooklyn becomes a key part of the match, turns into a double. This shot is left all the way. Obviously goes to the left side of the head pin. Head pin traps the 5 and then the 9. Head pin just chases the 5 right back into the pit.
That was a good pitch. That's not a good pitch.
Oh, thought.
As you heard on the mic.
Thought it was good.
And that's been the trouble on that lane, is that the two lanes are so much different. We've been referring to the left lane as the tough lane, but it is just different, and it's been easier to figure out what that right lane's going on. You don't know exactly what you need to do on that left lane.
Well, very few have figured it out.
A tough conversion here, but emotionally this is big. It's huge. That's absolutely huge.
Big spare.
They stay clean and don't start to bleed. They have a chance to stay in this thing.
That'll be the key right here. Until they can figure it out. You know, Western Illinois, you know, Derek figured it out. He just didn't figure out how to carry, but he figured out the line to the pocket on lane 41.
Showed a little bit of why he's Mr. All Everything right now. And the double.
Now, that's 2 good ones in a row. And remember when they said, in the 10th frame, are we ever going to get a break?
That's a great point.
And you said, we don't want it. They don't want it right now. They want the next game.
Those are 2 not very good shots. But you notice how that Brunswick ball did take care of everything back there. Can he get it back this time? Yeah, what a great shot.
There's some team spirit.
Absolutely. And he is the emotional leader of this team.
They're yelling, keep fighting, so much emotion, such a long week here, so many matches. You know, this whole event was kicked off by Steve Tasker, 13-year veteran of the Buffalo Bills. He threw the opening shot here at this event. A lot of people involved in bowling, in college bowling.
Boy, a big shot by the Gentle Giant. An early 3-bagger. Now they're off to that lead that they needed to get on this lane. It's 22 pins now.
They're needing to strike to take it back to 12. 5th frame. Anchor bowler stepping up. Big shot for Ed.
Fantastic shot. They figured out something finally on this left lane, and they're going to give Western Illinois all they want from here on. You watch Ed. He's got a great game, gets the foul line solid, projects it through, but doesn't give the 3-pin all the way away. Gets his break point back a little sooner. Look how steady his head is. No emotion, steady. Great shot.
Quickly over to Derek Sapp, who wrapped up that 4-bagger for Western Illinois to take it back to a 22-pin lead.
The two-time All-American not giving him any room to breathe whatsoever.
Well, Purdue, all of their athletes, basically, Scott Savage has done quite a bit individually, but most of them not a lot individually, but very, very successful here as a team.
They really are the epitome of a team. They float their lineup around a lot. They keep, it doesn't matter who bowls anchor for them. They acknowledge that Ed is probably their strongest player, but even he is not set on, well, I'm the leader of this team. It's very much a group effort, and that's why they're here.
And Scott Savage is the one who has been in the pocket all the way through on this lane, both games on the lane.
That could spell a lot of trouble for Purdue. He's been the rock so far, and he let one get away there.
Well, it's coming down to their final shots. And you take away, I mean, that final shot, you have to take that away with you, especially if it's either good or bad.
Absolutely. The final shots of my last final championship, I remember those as vividly as any I have.
And were they good or bad?
Get to it.
Oh! Just enough.
Trick shooter. And Ed Sperry is a trick on this condition. It starts to hook someone across the middle, then it gets to 10 and it pushes away from it, and he just barely gets it to tip in the back.
Big spare, Clay Herbach now on 4 in a row.
This is really the hammer on him right now.
Oh, and missing that pin, leaving the 1, 2, 4.
And for that very reason, he struggled so far, and if he throws a strike right there, it's such an emotional lift for your team that I'm not sure Purdue could have came back from it.
Some of the past champions we've talked about, the IBC, Western Illinois, winning in 2001 and back in 1999. Wichita State, a lot of victories back when someone at my side was bowling. So,
maybe a little after that even.
Maybe. You didn't really answer though. Were the memories good or bad?
They were actually good.
Okay, good. Okay, we have a 22-pin match right now. Mike Tripp up for Purdue. Both teams working on a spare. Silent.
This is a real key shot. They need to get some momentum going right now.
All right. Come on.
And again, the 3-6-9.
Not a spare you want to see once, let alone twice.
I mean, it's a 50 or 60%er, you know, each time you shoot it. So you can imagine now with a make at it. Really, the odds are not real strong on being able to make the spare twice in a row.
The most quiet it's been, and that's why you're not an odds maker.
That's right. That's right. I'm not a gambler, so you know that shot he'll take away from him because it still leaves them a chance to win, and that's what some of those good memories are. You remember pulling through for your team, making a shot when you needed to make it, and you know the kindling and bonding that you make with 5 other guys, and they all count on you. So Western Illinois now up.
25 pins. Struck his last time up.
All right. Boy, the silence is deafening sometimes.
You know, there has been so much noise here, and now it's so silent.
Well, I think the tension is built up to a point to where everybody is getting literally afraid to let it go right now.
Nobody wants to breathe.
The 3-6, which, you know, the Western Illinois team shoots spares very technically correct. It shouldn't be a problem, but it is the national championship.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I am just, boy, we have seen it all throughout this telecast with the women, all the excitement, all the noise, the excitement early on, and now this is pressure. Now this is more similar to what you would feel on the tour with dead silence.
Absolutely. It's been very quiet here, and you can literally feel the tension running through the crowd right now. Everybody knows what needs to happen. Being down 23 pins, they really need a strike.
Oh, stay out.
And another difficult spare, opposite side. And the count.
They're doing a great job of hanging and scrapping in there, but now they put themselves 2 doubles down instead of a chance to just be 1 double and get some help on count and get there. Once again, the lefty dealing with the same thing as the right-hander is. It's going to hook going across the middle, and then once it gets left to 10, it's not going to want to make the turn anymore.
On the 4. Roll.
Yeah! Okay. The 6-pin coming out of the back and hitting it right in the back of the head. Sorry, the 4-pin. Watch this as the 4-pin goes straight back and comes back out. Boink.
That's what speed will do.
He knows it's in trouble right now. He thinks he missed it, and then bonus.
Scott Tucker, 8th frame. Excuse me, Rocky England. 8th frame, big strike. Western Illinois.
Brooklyn last time. This time he steps up and makes the shot we all dream about making in that situation. Like we talked about before, this is what you get up there and you're either scared to make the shot and you're so happy when you cover a frame and didn't let your team down, or you've been dreaming about it your whole life and can't wait to throw another one.
Andy Dole almost has to strike at
Yeah,
this
he's
point.
in a tough situation. Right now, he does have to strike.
They trail by 27 pins. Nine counts, so they need to keep filling the frames. And
they're doing a great job of hanging in there, but with Derek Sapp coming up as the anchor bowler, and Kiephoffer has kept every ball in place so far. He's done exactly what he needs to do. 207 is a possible max score with Western Illinois going at a 225 pace. They're going to need a lot of help here.
Yeah, basically one mark in the 9th or 10th for Western Illinois will wrap up this team championship for yet another year. Change struck in the 4th frame.
Come on, Jay!
All right, spare. Wow. It looked like a pretty good shot.
It sure did.
And there you go again. There's just the adrenaline factor. And it doesn't look like an earthquake would phase this guy. Once again, it was right on line. Fantastic shot.
Purdue is just not even wanting to look at this point. They know a mark is pretty much all they need.
Trouble.
Big trouble.
And there's a heartbeat.
All right, Zach, come on.
A glimmer of hope. Really, Purdue needing to strike out. Ed Smaglik needs to really throw at least 2 strikes here to force a mark.
Situation he may have thought of his whole life. Not today.
Not happening. 310. Even with a spare strike, will be 195. It won't be enough. They'll only need a few pins from Western Illinois.
Another good spare. These guys scrapped and they hung in there and they did everything you could ask for them because they left all the garbage.
And they did. A 6 count, 2 7 count, 2 8 count splits, all converted.
That's about all you can ask for, really. And they managed to pull together a double, too. But
Money, and remember, money is what will qualify the top 45 bowliners to the PBR finals. Jim Sharp, over $215,000. I think he's got the finals made. You know, Mike White also having a great year at $140,000. A lot of guys want a lot of money, and we're only at our 11th stop. Don't forget our next telecast, Phoenix, Arizona, May 25th. For Tom Peterman, Michelle Beadle, I'm Justin McKee. Wow.